All right, so we're back with the parameter sections. If you remember, the parameter sections was the last part of the sentence that you write in your Midjourney kind of, in the chat basically, when generating something. And here are 4 different parameters that I've chosen that are really gonna be crucial when you're trying to generate an image that is beautiful. There is many more parameters. However, I want you to get the most crucial information as fast as possible so you can generate beautiful images. There's many stuff that you usually don't need at all. If you need those information, it exists on the website. They explain it in super detail. But these are the ones that everybody uses, and that is super necessary, in my opinion, when you're generating an image that you find beautiful. So you have the aspect ratio, and the aspect ratio is like this. So you after you completed what you wrote, so you write, for example, /imagine a beautiful monkey, or in this instance, a dragon breaching on an Icelandic shore, right? You will be able to, at the end of the sentence, do 2 dashes, so dash dash, and then AR, which stands for aspect ratio, and then you press the width ratio and the height ratio. So, for example, a 1-to-1 ratio, as we have put here, gives you a quadrant. Same thing if you would put, for example, dash dash W, which stands for width, and then 1000, and then dash dash height, which is H, and then 1000. It's also a 1-to-1 ratio, so it will create also a quadrant. However, if you want to post your stuff on Instagram, then the aspect ratio on Instagram is usually 3.4. I think it's also 4.5, like 4:5. So you press dash dash AR :34 or 4.5, for example. And then you get a bit longer images. You can also do it, like for example, for wallpapers. So that is if you have a width of 1920 by 1080, which is usually the norm. You can put that in and you'll get your wallpaper done. So that is the parameters in terms of the aspect ratio. Let's go over to the next slide, which discusses the style. So the style is also something you put after the image. So after you do the dash dash AR and put your inputs, you basically just press space. You don't put a colon, nothing, just a space, and then dash dash stylize. And then you put, what you want to stylize. So for example, dash dash stylize, and then the value of 625, 1250, anything ranging between 625 to 60,000 you can use. And what does this actually do? This is how much you want the AI to steer the wheel in terms of generating your things. So for example, in this instance, I've generated a blue fish. And if I use the 625, it basically turns off the AI's imagination and it's gonna just give you a blue fish, and it's not gonna be as creative, it's not gonna be as beautiful. So, here is what that kind of looks like in a way. And the default, if you don't use this parameter at all, it'll automatically go to 2500, and it will be a bit better, a bit more beautiful, and it looks like this. It has more, for example, the ocean in it. It's swimming. It's more artistic in a way. And then if you go overboard, you're just 60,000. I don't care. Just give me something totally that you want to imagine. Then as it says here, hands off for imagination. I put a bluefish, and I cannot see any bluefish in these 4 images. Maybe this is an eye of a bluefish, but I cannot see the bluefish itself. So it's going to give you just really random things. What I usually go for is around 5,000 or 2,500. I think that is, for me, the great balance in terms of the stylized factor. Another important parameter that we are also needing to keep in mind is the quality parameter. So the quality parameter ranges from 0.25 to 5. And what does this actually do? This is how fast you want your images to generate, and also how detailed your images should be. So, for example, if we just do a default or like a less quality one, the image will generate super quick. It's not going to tax as much. So for example, if you're on a free trial and you just want your images to be created super quickly, maybe go for a lesser quality because you will not pay as much in terms of the minutes per, on your account. So as you can see, the quality of them is super general. It's not super detailed. It's just whatever. Then you do the normal one. So basically, if you would not put the -- quality, it would just default to this, and it'll give you a bit more detailed picture, a bit more detailed fish here. So you can see, it's more lines, it's more things going on. It's a bit more detailed in a way. It's a bit more sharp, I would say. And then you go for 5, and 5 takes a ton of time to generate. But here is, for example, 4 images that is generated by quality 5 when I put the bluefish. And in a way, it is kind of bad because it's too detailed that it's just it just takes away from what you're actually trying to generate. So it's slower for sure. It's more experimental, as this kind of guide says here as well. And personally, I would either go for 1, 2, or actually in some instances, I go for 0.25 just to see if the AI is thinking like me. And if, for example, if I want the AI to create a specific image, I would just do 0.25 to see if those 4 images that it generates are even close to what I'm asking for. If it's not, then I know that I can quickly make a change and try it again. And once I find the sweet spot, I can just do quality 1 or 2 and get a better quality on the image. So there's a lot of trial and error when using Midjourney, as you can see, but that's kind of the name of the game. And here is just the last kind of image that I wanted to show you. This I found it on a really great resource, and it shows clearly when using quality 1, 2, and 5 what the differences are. So as you can see, the bear on the number 4 here is using quality 1. Quality 2, it's the AI is thinking a bit more. It's trying to add more details. And quality 5, it's cramming a ton of details, and it kind of starts looking technological in a way, like the bear is just a robot or something. And you can see it with the faces here as well. Like here's the face, and then it's a bit more, abstract and or like better, high quality, more detailed. And here it's like super detailed. And you can make those comparisons yourself and see what quality you like better. It's all just artistic in my opinion. So choose the one that fits your style the best. And remember, when you're actually generating those images, they are yours forever, pretty sure. So once you generate an image, it is yours. You can, I think, pretty much like sell it and stuff like that. If I'm not sure if they changed their terms of service, but when I subscribed, it's pretty much tells me to I can, like, when I generate an image, it's my creation. So whatever art you would like, choose a quality that fits, choose a parameter that fits, and I hope this was useful for you. There was actually one more parameter I wanted to mention, which is the -- no parameter. And a -- no parameter is if you want the AI to not create something. So let's say you want a library without books. If you generate imagine library without books, it will focus on the books. It cannot understand that you don't want the books. Therefore, in your parameters, you have to put -- no and then books. In that case, the AI will understand, okay, I got you. You want a library without books. You're crazy, but I'll generate that for you. And yeah, I don't think I've missed anything now. So that was basically it. If you have any questions, just comment. Next section will be about prompts. So looking forward to that. See you then.